Hello. Uh, Hello.
हाँ
Uh,
sir.
Ma'am, am I audible perfectly?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. And most
Am
welcome,
I
Vikas sir.
audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
We
here
will.
I can see one message. You cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
Okay, sir. Just give me a few minutes so I can permit you, sir.
Okay, no issue.
Sir, can you check it out right now whether it is screen share or not, sir?
Yeah,
Green button.
yeah, I can.
So green button is visible on your screen.
Yes, even I can share now also.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can see it.
Yes, sir. Perfectly visible, sir.
Yeah.
So
Shall
once.
I stop now or
Yes, yes, yes. You can stop right now. Then once the introduction
okay,
phase
okay,
will be finished around, then you can share it out, sir.
okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
रवि सर।
यस मैम।
हाँ, ये वीडियो आपका कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ? एक्चुअली वीडियो स्टार्ट नहीं हो पा रहा है।
मैम आई थिंक वो जिनल मैम आपको कर पाएंगे हेल्प।
हम्म, एक सेकंड। हो पा रहा है।
हेलो हेलो
हेलो। हाँ जी जन।
हेलो माधुरी मैम,
यस
आवाज़ आ
यस।
रही है मेरी?
मैडम आप हिनल मैडम,
यस।
आपकी जो वहां से है ना होस्ट हो ना आप, तो आप वहां पर परमिशन देंगे तब वीडियो ऑन कर सकते हैं। आप परमिशन दीजिए।
नहीं सर, परमिशन दे के रखा
हाँ,
है। हाँ, सबको परमिशन दे के ही रखा है। अभी ऑन हो जाएगा।
नहीं हो रहा है।
वो होस्ट सबको बना दिया है।
विकास सर। हेलो।
हाँ मैडम,
हाँ
बोलिए।
सर, आप स्क्रीन शेयर कर सकते हैं, आप देख लीजिए, एक बार ट्राई कर लीजिए।
ओके।
ओके, विजिबल।
विकास सर, वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून सर।
हाँ, गुड आफ्टरनून सर।
अंकित सर, वेलकम एवरीवन। वेरी
सो
हेल्दी
शैल
गुड
वी स्टार्ट और वेट
So
करना है कुछ?
actually we have just
यस।
wait for 5 to 10 minutes. Once
हम्म,
the introduction sessions will be completed, and then we will start the sessions.
ओके ओके।
Thank you so much, sir.
वेलकम एवरीवन। वेरी हेल्दी गुड आफ्टरनून टू ऑल
Ankit
ऑफ
sir,
यू।
am I audible? Ankit sir?
सर, रवि सर।
Yes,
ऑडेबल
ma'am.
ऑडेबल ऑडेबल।
Okay.
थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस
जिनल
टुडेज
मैडम,
वेबिनार। यस। मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है मैम?
आपकी वॉइस ना थोड़ी क्लियर नहीं है मैम, थोड़ी सी कुछ इशू है, देखिए आप एक बार ट्राई करो।
हेलो
ऑडियो सेटिंग में देख लीजिए।
हेलो,
हाँ।
अभी आ रही है क्लियरली?
अब क्लियर है।
Yes, ma'am.
यस सर।
मैम आप अपना
वेलकम एवरीवन।
माइक थोड़ा अगर और नजदीक रखेंगे तो शायद ज्यादा आवाज आपकी सुनाई दे पाएगी।
हेलो। यस सर। वेलकम एवरीवन। वेरी हेल्दी आफ्टरनून टू ऑल ऑफ यू। थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस टुडेज
Your voice
वेबिनार।
is not clear, madam.
हेलो हेलो। बोली जो जो
હેલો, અવાજ આવે છે સર?
ઓછો આવે છે બહુ.
ઓછો આવે છે. એક મિનિટ. નાઉ ઓકે?
ના,
હેલો.
it is not clearly audible.
Ma'am, I think mic volume should be raised.
ઓકે, નાઉ ઓકે?
Volume of mic.
હા. નાઉ ઓકે?
Somewhat.
Yes.
હેલો. I think now it is clear. Hope so. હેલો. હા સર, હવે ક્લિયર છે?
No.
હજી પણ ક્લિયર નહીં. Is it okay now?
It is not clear. Hello, madam. Jinal madam,
Yes sir.
keep your video on so we can see you and then
તમારો
discuss.
વોઇસ નથી આવતો હવે મને.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
I think the might be internet or somewhere problem is there.
No issue. We can continue.
You can continue. Yes.
We can start it. First of all, we can have some instructions. Those who are at participant, so there are some instructions for participants. So keep your I think this is webinar, so there is no issue of any mic on off issues. So I request all the participants to give and write their name. First their name, then designation, then institute name, and then state name in the chat box. So we are able to know that the type of participants we received in this webinar. And we can continue now, no issue. Madhuri madam, we can continue. Who is going to have the further details? I think Madhuri madam is knowing. So who is going to take the brief of the today's guest?
Okay, sir. Sir, Ravi, sir. Ravi, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So we
Yes, ma'am.
I will invite you, sir. Please introduce Dr. Vikas or Chandrakar, sir.
Very good afternoon, all of you. I hope you all are healthy. And now this in pandemic situations, on behalf of Saraswati Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, I just wanted to say this, please stay safe, please wear a mask, and if there is a no hurry or any of reasons, so stay at your home. Now I start the session. I feel very honored to introduce Dr. Vikas Chandrakar, sir. I heartily welcome you, sir. It's my privilege to have such eminent personality with us. Now I just give the introduction about Dr. Vikas, sir. Sir had completed his B.Pharm from Guru Ghasit Central University from Chhattisgarh. Sir also completed post-baccalaureate Doctor of Pharmacy course from Dr. MGR Medical University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Sir also completed his PhD from Sumandeep University, Vadodara. Sir had also completed certain certificate courses such as on intellectual property, bioethics, and CSRTP. Sir also had established a drug information center at Dheeraj General Hospital. Vikas sir has 10 years of experience and he is currently working as an associate professor, Department of Pharmacy Practice in Department of Pharmacy of Sumandeep, Deemed University, Vadodara. Sir also associate with the pharmacy professionals organizations such as APTI, ACPI, and ISCR. Sir already guided 14 students PG dissertation work. Vikas sir already published 18 research and review article paper publication in reputed national and international journals. Sir also had published 6 oral and poster presentation in national and international conferences. Sir had organized 12 national and international workshops as well as conferences. So I heartily welcome you, sir, on behalf of Saraswati Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and we feel very proud. Sir, over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Ravi sir. Thanks to Saraswati Institute of Pharmacy for giving me opportunity to express my views in front of Pharm.D students about the topic clinical research scope of Pharm.D graduates. So thanks to everyone for giving me opportunity. So I will not take your much time, so we can start the session directly. Is it visible to everyone? Ravi sir.
Sir, it's just started screen
Yes, sir.
sharing.
Yes, sir.
So I think it will
Yeah,
be
okay.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now,
Visible.
So as the topic which is clinical research role and scope of Pharm.D graduates. So first we'll start the content what will be covered in this topic. So first I'll take a small introduction about a brief introduction about the research, and definitely in research when we talk about the research, it is complete package, like from initial drug discovery basic research to clinical trials or clinical research. Here we'll also go through the history of clinical research. After that, we'll see the brief introduction about Pharm.D. Anyway, all are Pharm.D students only, but definitely here I'll talk about the practical problems, practical issues which we are facing in the ground level. Okay, and how you can be motivated and how you can be supported by your colleagues and by the healthcare fraternity, healthcare and pharma fraternity. After that, we'll go through the requirement which need to become clinical research professionals, and how Pharm.D graduates are fulfilling those requirements that we'll discuss. And after that, definitely we'll also cover the various activities in clinical research, as well the various positions in clinical research. And at last, we'll talk about the general things uh, how you can improve yourself to become more, uh, excuse me, to upgrade yourself, how you can take help of some other courses. By that, you can get more opportunities, and by that, you can easily satisfied with the clinical research field. Now, as I said, drug discovery, it is a process by which new medications are discovered. For example, the target selection means the problem for which we need the
Ma'am.
medicine, so molecule development. After that, that definitely the clinical research is also everyone research. This is
Sir, your voice is not audible actually. Your mic is off right now.
Sir, please unmute your mic.
You are unmute, sir. Hello.
Sir, you can continue, sir.
No.
Hi.
Yes. Yes. Now audible. Sir.
Yeah. Is this
But-
visible now?
Yes.
Slide?
No, sir, but slide is not visible.
Okay, wait. I think today we are facing some network problem. Yeah, Madhuri madam, is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Visible.
so I was saying that here you can see the two parts, where one, the preclinical studies and basic research, and another part is clinical trials. So whenever you read about the clinical research, then you will find in pharmaceutical research, there are maximum time duration which takes is clinical trials only. Okay. Now, the preclinical research, before testing a drug in human, researchers must find out whether it has the potential to cause serious harm or safety. So that is why first medications or this research work on the this mouse or any animal, that is called a preclinical research. Preclinical, the clinical means whenever you deal with the human. So preclinical, this is when you are dealing with human before that. So that is why this is called preclinical research. The two types of preclinical research are in vitro and in vivo. The performed in a test tube, culture dish, or elsewhere outside a living organism. That is called in vitro. And in vivo means performed in a living organism. That is why we are saying preclinical. Now we'll go for the clinical research. What is clinical research? Clinical trials are studies performed with human subjects to test new drugs or combination of drugs, new approaches to surgery or radiotherapy or procedures to improve the diagnosis of disease and the quality of life of the patient. As I said, clinical means when you are dealing with human. That is why here you can see when the study performed on the human subject, that is called clinical research or clinical trials. If you see the history of clinical research, it is not today's or 20s or 90s. You can see it is very long back clinical trials started. If you see the history, first clinical trial, which is we are getting the proof for that, that is Nebuchadnezzar, who conducted one study in 600 BC around. He compared vegetarian and non-vegetarian diet on the growth and the health of people. He took two arms actually, and he kept 4 men in each arm. So one arm he gave, arm means group, okay? He took two group. In one group, he took 4 men, and another group also 4 men. One group he controlled with the vegetarian diet, and another group he gave non-vegetarian diet. After that, he concluded that they were healthier and better nourished. The vegetarian group, they were healthier and better nourished than any of the other young men who ate the royal food or non-veg food. So this was the first trial which was done by the Nebuchadnezzar in 600 BC on vegetarian and non-veg diet. Okay, after that, if you see the father of clinical research, so James Lind, he known as father of clinical research, and he conducted one study on the scurvy, means the use of vitamin C or citrus food on the scurvy. So first, he was the first person to introduce control groups into his experiment and documented that citrus fruits in the diet could prevent scurvy. He was not first person who said citrus fruit can prevent the scurvy. There were many people they said, but James Lind sir was the first person who proved it with the help of clinical trials. That is why he is very known, and he called as a father of this month only. So 20th May of each year, that is celebrated by the clinical research professionals as a clinical trial day. If you see the other history, which gave many incidents, one sulfanilamide disaster. In 1938, the Federal Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act, it was which more strengthened to clinical research. Then 1947, clinical trials. Ethical means it should be by the proper way. You cannot enroll anyone for the trials without their consent. So this Nuremberg Code gave more strength to the clinical trials, ethical clinical trials. In 1962, thalidomide disaster. In 1962, again, US Kefauver-Harris drug amendment, monitoring of INDs. INDs means investigational newer drug by FDA. In 1964, World Medical Association Declaration of Helsinki, definitive document on bioethics. Then in 1976, US FDA sponsored monitor regulation. Then 1981, US FDA informed consent regulation. Then 1982, US FDA IRB. IRB means Institutional Review Board. This is also called as Institutional Ethical Committee. Okay, that regulation came. And similarly, by this, all the countries, especially India. India has their own regulatory body also. We follow the US FDA also, but we have our own regulatory body, CDSCO, and definitely you have heard about DCGI, Drug Control General of India. So from there, India's these regulations, pharmaceutical regulation, are regulatory controlled. Brief will go here. We'll go through the brief introduction of few these incidents which insisted government or US FDA to have the stronger to give the strength to the clinical research. In 1937, elixir sulfanilamide was an improperly prepared sulfanilamide medicine that caused mass poisoning in the United States in 1937. It caused the deaths of more than 100 people. On paper, we do not know what was the actual number, but that time, so immediate it got banned. Similarly, Nuremberg Code in 1947, the Nuremberg Code has served as a foundation for ethical clinical research since its publication 60 years ago. This landmark document, developed in response to the horrors of human experimentation done by Nazi physicians and investigators. If you go through this particular topic, it will take much time, what they did and how they did the trials on the human. So it was really, even if you read, you will get like what they did. So definitely it was the case where everyone thought about the ethical clinical trials. So that is why US FDA gave more strength to clinical research. So here what happened, the Nazis physician and investigators, they focused crucial attention on the fundamental rights of research participants and on the responsibilities of investigators. It was prepared at a very momentous occasion following the formal surrender of Germany at the end of the Second World War. So when Germany surrenders, they are all uh, these the fighters, okay, they surrender themselves, and after that Nazi physicians they did research on them, and it was like here you can see the they conducted this study without their consent because they were prisoners, so they thought we can conduct any kind of trial on them, and which caused unnecessary pain, suffering and death, and even it was an absence of benefit for the individuals and lack of adequate scientific rationale. They check like what kind of pain they can bear and how they can which kind of different activities we can find on these prisoners like that. So that is separate topic. Definitely we can take a separate discussion on that. Okay, thalidomide disaster. So what so here you can see one picture. This is called phacomelia. So thalidomide was first marketed in 1957 in West Germany under the trade name Contergan. The Germany drug company Chemigrunenthal developed and sold the drug, and it was given means definitely it is not that much harmful, but it was also given to pregnant women, and when they got delivery, so the newborn babies did not have their limbs, upper and lower both underdeveloped limbs. This is called the phacomelia. So it was also a case where US FDA thought to they also restricted that this kind of drugs or any clinical trials whenever we conduct, a pregnant woman should not involve on that, and even the proven medications only we should use on the pregnant women. That is why now even when you read the medications drug profile, so you can see there are also category of different pregnancy, A, B, like that, C. So which one is more safer, which one is proven, so like that. So all the medications, wherever you read the drug profile, you will find the pregnancy category also. So the more safer drug can be used, like you can see many medications we are using on the pregnant woman, but many are contraindicated. Okay, so this was the case. Now, if you see the drug discovery, as I said, maximum time duration as taken by the clinical trials only. So here you can see, if you see the years, left side you can see the discovery, the basic discovery, which takes the complete research takes around 16 years, 15 to 16 years. Okay, so here you can see the discovery, which takes 2 to 10 years. In preclinical, 2 to 6 years. Then phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4, which is called as post-marketing surveillance or post-marketing testing. So in phase 1, generally we take 20 to 80 healthy volunteers. Okay, healthy volunteers. So first we test on the healthy volunteers. Only in HIV and cancer cytotoxic medications, we are not taking healthy volunteers. There we are taking the particular patients only. Okay, so like that indications. In phase 2, 100 to 300 patients, but here we take the diseased volunteers. In phase 3, 1,000 to 5,000 patient volunteers. Then phase 4 is post-marketing surveillance. So in after phase 1, before phase 1, we have to apply for IND, investigational new drug, and after phase 3, we have to apply for newer drug approval. Okay, NDA, newer drug application. So IND and NDA. Here, if you see right side, you can see the 5,000 to 10,000 molecules whenever you screen. When you start any research, so definitely you will get many molecules. So 5,000 to 10,000 approx if you assume. So from that 250 molecules enter on the preclinical testing. After that, out of 250, you will find only 5 which enter on the clinical testing. And after that, from that 5, only 1 get approved by the FDA. So such a long period it takes. So here, as I said, phase 1, there are again 2 parts, 1A and 1B. This is also known as human pharmacology, where we take healthy volunteers. Phase 2, 2A and 2B, that is known as therapeutic exploratory. Here we take diseased volunteer, means patients. So we'll do trial on the patients only. Phase 3, therapeutic confirmatory. Here also we take the patients only, but here we take more population. So by that we can go through the proper safety and efficacy. And again, after that we apply for the NDA, new drug application. And after that, once we'll get the approval for marketing, we have to start phase 4 study along with the marketed drug. So we can sell the medications in the market, but we have to conduct phase 4 study also in the specific population. If you see the drug discovery expenses, so this was published, the evidence which I found from 2012 Scientific American. That time is definitely it is more and more in 2021. So this is one evidence which I found. So here I can say the cost to develop new pharmaceutical drug was on 2012 was 2.5. No, it was around $1,500 billion, means 1.5 billion. $1,500 millions, which can cost now 2.5 billion around. So you can see huge amount one medication takes to become a marketed drug. If you see the history of clinical research in India, so you will find in 2005, India became fully compliant to TRIPS. TRIPS means trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights. Since then, the policymakers have been trying to make changes in the policy framework and regulatory environment in order to promote clinical trials in India. India allowed 100% FDI in clinical trials, which attracted many foreign companies to relocate to India for clinical trials. That is why now you can see almost maximum trials you can, even in COVID-19, you would have heard about the clinical trials on vaccine, clinical trials on medications. So you can see there are a number of clinical trials which are ongoing and which are completed on COVID also. And this situation also attracts the foreign companies to conduct the clinical trials in India. So due to India's this TRIPS played a very essential role to promote the clinical trials in India. If you see the global share of clinical trials in India grew from 0.9% in 2008 to 5% in 2013, and definitely now if we'll calculate it will be more. On the other side, the share of clinical trial activities in the United States and other developed countries is declining. So there are so many other factors also, like if pharma companies conduct clinical trial in India, then they are getting the manpower and everything. They can conduct in very less cost. That is why also, but definitely our regulatory bodies, they are also supporting well to all the pharma companies. So even not only in clinical research, means the other part of clinical research also, like pharmacovigilance, medical writing, so many different areas where you will get many pharma companies head office at India only. So that is why we have in India, we have more advantage to become clinical research professionals. If you see global pharma companies, they are relocating their clinical research operations to India because of the various advantages. For example, large patient pool, low cost of doing business. Large patient pool means whatever clinical trials they conduct, it can get um, completed on very like quick way, faster way compared than other places. So that is this is the very important the reason, first reason which I can say the global pharma companies, they are more attracting to India. The low cost of doing business, availability of expert researchers, use market opportunities. Because if they will conduct the clinical trial in India, then only they can get marketed in India as per our regulatory body. Like recently, you have heard about our many many people from you are thinking that why we are not getting Pfizer vaccine in India, Johnson and Johnson, this COVID vaccine in India. So the main reason is that our regulatory body is very strict on their policies, that if you want to market the drug in India, then you have to conduct clinical trial at India level only. Because we do not know, because if pharma company has conducted clinical trials at other places like African countries, European countries, or somewhere else, but in India the genetic factors and the genomics is entirely different from other places. That is why our regulatory is saying you have to conduct some clinical trial in India, then only will give a permission for the marketing. So that is also another reason. That is why the global companies, they are coming to India for the clinical trials, because after that only they can market their drug here. So the which will also enhance their profit and cutting the cost of drug development and is feeding regulatory approvals. That is also another factor. Clinical trials are more than 50% cheaper in India compared to developed countries. Now, that was about the clinical research. So, in clinical research, definitely even this COVID-19 situation, it has also enhanced the clinical research activities in India as well globally. And now you can see all the people are aware about the clinical trials, because previously very few the healthcare professionals, they were only knowing about the clinical trials, but now each and every, even public, they are every day they are reading on newspapers like the this COVID-19 trial is happening, then research will be completed by this month, after that we'll get the drug. So now everyone are aware about the clinical trial, so that is also plus point for the clinical research. Like now people are already aware about this, because even when pharma companies conduct clinical trials, many times they get very less volunteers, which also that delay their timeline. But now if people are aware, then definitely we will get easily participants also for the clinical trials. Like and now also you can see many vaccine trials are ongoing, and even the community people, public, they themselves come for the participating the study on the study. So definitely COVID-19 has played a also good role for the clinical trials. Now, little bit we'll talk about the Pharm.D, and after that again we'll go for the different requirements and how Pharm.D can uh, like are suitable or the perfect people for the clinical research that we'll discuss. So as you can see, this slide is blank only, one link only you can see in bottom. So when 2008 Pharm.D started, that time people were knowing only that Pharm.D is a 6-year course. And most of the people now also, they say D Pharma. Okay, so that is the fact. Like in 2008 when it is started, and I was on the second batch of post-baccalaureate 2009 to 12. So we faced many issues uh, related to acceptance in the healthcare, as well in our own fraternity also, in pharma also. So anyway, you have to be polite, you have to aware everyone. Now also our students are facing similar kind of, but it is not that much which we faced during that time, 2009 to 12. When we passed out, we were going door and door, like hospital to hospital, and in clinical research companies, in pharmacovigilance, and we were explaining about our courses, like what we read. Okay, so number of interviews we had given, and after that definitely we got selected also. By many friends got selected on various different field. And today is the day when we can see like the openings where especially pharma companies are having advertisement by mentioning that they require the Pharm.D. Like recently I saw the AstraZeneca advertisement. They are asking only Pharm.D for few vacancies, few different vacancies. So anyway, there is long to work, and you have to work to aware others also. So we'll see one video here. Definitely the condition what we had, and you can also correlate with this video. And definitely first we'll see, and after that we'll proceed. Madhuri madam, is it visible?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
YouTube?
Yes, sir. Screen is right now. Pharm.D is available.
YouTube?
No, not
Okay,
YouTube, sir.
okay, okay, 1 minute. I need to share it.
Sir, share your video and then after share your computer sound.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, visible.
I think sound is
सर
sound नहीं आ रहा है ना?
सर मोर करके ऑप्शन दिया होगा, उसी में जाके शेयर योर कंप्यूटर साउंड. ये सर ऊपर ग्रीन कलर का जो स्क्रीन में दिख रहा है ना, उसमें व्यू
लेफ्ट हो गई।
રવિ સર
Yes, ma'am.
સરને ઝૂમ ઓછું ફાવે છે એટલે પેલું મોર વાળું ઓપ્શન સરને અલાઉ કરશે પેલું કેવું પડશે.
હા સર, રાઈટ. આઈ થિંક સર પેનલિસ્ટમાં
નહીં
છે
સર
નહીં.
નથી.
હા, એટલે હું અમને એડ કરું. Madhur ma'am,
Yes, sir.
I think you have to call the sir and instruct them properly while कि आप जब स्क्रीन शेयर कर रहे हैं तो उनमें अगर आपको YouTube का है तो आप कैसे साउंड शेयर कर सकते हैं, तो आप उनको थोड़ा कॉल करके समझा दीजिए. So it will be beneficial for us. Thank you, ma'am.
Sir,
Yes, Madhur ma'am. Dear participants, sorry for the inconveniences. Okay, we have to still wait for the few minutes and we will be started soon. Thank you so much for your nice cooperation. Thank you.
रवि सर।
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, मैंने सर से बात की सर, थोड़ा नेटवर्क इशू है तो सर भी कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा. Okay. Okay.
और सर ज्वाइन करें तब आप उनको एक बार थोड़ा सा बता दीजिएगा कि वीडियो कैसे शो हो जाएगा
जी जी मैम,
एक्चुअली।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. Thank you. Thank you.
रवि सर,
Yes, ma'am.
सर ज्वाइन करनी है आपने?
हाँ, मैंने उनको प्रमोट कर दिया है सर को.
ओके।
जिनल मैम,
यस सर।
सर को आप पैनलिस्ट में ऐड करिए. थैंक यू.
સર सर करे पैनलिस्ट में.
थैंक यू मैम.
Yeah, sorry, due to network issue, it got disconnected.
Yes sir. Sir, I
Hmm.
just made you. Sir, आप जब भी आप स्क्रीन शेयर करते हैं तो आप जैसे ही ग्रीन बटन के ऊपर क्लिक करेंगे तो वहां पे नीचे एट द बॉटम जो स्क्रीन शेयर का जो बॉटम का एंड है वहां पे साउंड शेयर होगा और उसके साथ में आपको एक और ऑप्शन भी दिखाया जाएगा, ऑप्टिमाइज योर वीडियो साउंड. तो आप दोनों पे टिक कर दीजिए एंड देन आपकी जो यूट्यूब का
Okay.
जो एरिया है उनको शेयर कर दीजिएगा तो वॉइस भी आ जाएगा सर. थैंक यू
Okay.
सर.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू
Thank
सो
you.
मच सर. वेलकम सर.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Screen is visible, sir.
But I think it is not audible, no?
No, sir. So it is not audible.
Hmm.
Once you आपने जब शेयर किया ना सर, तो नीचे का जो साउंड था वो आया था सर वहाँ
हाँ
पे
हाँ,
साउंड
मैंने
शेयर का।
कर दिया,
ओके,
क्लिक किया उस
जी
पे।
जी जी सर, जी सर, जी सर, थैंक यू
सर
सर।
माधुरी मैम के पास पीपीटी है तो उसमें से
हाँ,
share
यस,
करते हैं।
या प्लीज, अगर वहां से ही आप प्ले कर दो
हाँ
तो
सर,
फिर मैं नेक्स्ट
क्योंकि वो
बोलते
बार
जाऊंगा।
बार वो, हाँ सर,
या
जी सर,
डेफिनेटली।
कोई बात नहीं सर। माधुरी मैम, माधुरी मैम,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you can share.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Visible, sir?
हाँ, यस।
Yes, ma'am. Uh,
Yeah, here, this link, please.
It sound visible, sir?
ma'am, sound
Yeah,
is
it is
audible,
audible but not
Okay.
visible.
not visible.
Okay.
Video is not visible.
कार का इंतजाम किया है सर।
Adri madam,
Yes,
video
sir.
is not visible. Video is not visible.
Okay. Just a second.
सर आइए सर। ये चल चल। जाओ बोला, क्या बात करता है, क्या ऊपर से जाएगा, क्या ऊपर से, जा जा।
Now, sir?
I guess we should continue if it is not possible. Madhuri madam,
Yes, sir.
if it is not possible, then we can continue the talk.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Slide 17.
17.
Yeah, Pharm.D. Next, here. Okay, that actually video was related to one of the very nice video. Everyone, you all can see by searching the tree. Actually, it was a situation where one small boy, everyone was stuck due to one tree. जो बारिश के टाइम पे गिर गया है and no one can cross the road. तो छोटा सा एक बच्चा आता है और वो पहले स्टार्ट करता है, ऑटोमेटिकली अदर्स उसका सपोर्ट करते हैं और ट्री साइड करते हैं, उसके बाद फिर सभी का आने जाना स्टार्ट होता है. डेफिनेटली व्हेन यू विल सी you will get motivated because that was the situation where when we were finding ourselves helpless, but then also we tried a lot. We tried to convince everyone, we tried to convince industry, we tried to convince hospital, we tried to convince our own fraternity, and after that anyhow today we are we are in a good situation where we do not have any unemployment in Pharm.D especially, because उस time पे एक job मिलना भी बहुत tough था. So now there are many areas where you can do much better. So many times we people say they are 6 years ka course hai, and we are giving 6 years, then also the outcome is nothing. So definitely you guys know this person. So do you know who is he? Anyone can write on
Zubin,
chat box.
Zubin, singer, Zubin.
Yeah, Jubil Nautiyal. Okay, everyone. I guess everyone knows him. Whoever listen the song, जो भी जानते हैं, yeah, Jubil Nautiyal. Someone was in Chaudhary. Yeah, so he is Jubil Nautiyal. Okay, so next slide. Next. Yeah. So no, not next. Previous one, madam, please. Okay, so left side you can see the picture. I think you know about his history also. How he got rejected in one reality show in the year 2011. That was X Factor something. And in 2021, you can see he is very famous. He has given 10 years to become a successful person. Okay, and now you can see he also he was a guest in Indian Idol. Okay, so you are teachers here. I want to say that even I am from teaching. Many times मैं भी students को बोल देता हूँ कि तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, बस तुम ऐसे ही करो, कुछ करना नहीं है, पढ़ाई नहीं करना. So it doesn't mean that your teachers are thinking like you means they are वो आपको demotivate कर रहे हैं. आपके टीचर्स आपको अच्छा ही देखना चाहते हैं, बट आपको खुद मॉरल अप करके जो भी आपके मिस्टेक्स आपके टीचिंग स्टाफ बता रहे हैं, आपके मेंटर्स बता रहे हैं, आपको वो एक्सेप्ट करना है. एंड जो 6 साल का डिफरेंस इन्होंने 10 इयर्स दिए, आप 6 इयर्स दे रहे हैं, तो ये डिफरेंस है. आप बहुत सारे दूसरे कोर्सेज हैं जो कम में पढ़ के बोलते हैं हम लोग कि इंजीनियरिंग कर लो 4 इयर्स में, उसके बाद देखो कितना अच्छा फ्यूचर है, ये कर लो वो कर लो. तो फार्मड इज 6 ईयर कोर्स. डेफिनेटली सबसे पहले जो ज्वाइन करने से पहले ही आपको डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता है कि 6 इयर्स क्या करेंगे, 6 ईयर का कोई कोर्स होता है क्या, एक साथ 6 साल पढ़ना. But the difference on that is after 6 years, the subject which you are going to cover in these 6 years, those subjects like pharmacotherapeutics, toxicology, research methodology, you can see each subject is having very uniqueness, and each subject can give you a bright future. So it doesn't mean like 6-year course बहुत लंबा कोर्स है, डेफिनेटली लंबा कोर्स है, बट उस कोर्स में भी हर ईयर में आप बहुत सारे डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट्स रीड कर रहे हैं, जिसके बाद आप अपना फ्यूचर बना सकते हैं. देयर आर मेनी स्टूडेंट्स हु आस्क्ड सर कंप्लीट ये फार्म-डी के बाद कितना सैलरी मिलेगा, हम क्या करेंगे. सबसे पहले उस चीज को आपको हटाना है कि क्या फार्म-डी के बाद कितना सैलरी मिलेगा उसको छोड़ो, आप फार्म-डी में कितना लर्न कर सकते हो, बिकॉज एवरीथिंग इज देयर. आप अगर लर्न कर लिए ऑटो. आईआईटीएन आपने देखा है, आईआईटी के स्टूडेंट्स इंजीनियर्स, दे पास आउट फ्रॉम देयर बीटेक and after that they are running Flipkart and e-commerce and so many other companies. So like that, first you take your knowledge from all the subjects and definitely your future will be bright. So today we are talking about the clinical research. Next. Yeah, Madhuri madam, next. So there are various activities which you will find in clinical research. For example, the different section, if you will see, first is protocol. In protocol, you will find inclusion, exclusion, methodology, sample size, so many things. So now I'll definitely, that is not one-to-one, but definitely I know I'll say, and you can correlate that, whatever I'll take. In protocol, you can see the part related to disease, the question. Okay, that you are reading on pharmacotherapeutics. In protocol, you can see inclusion and exclusion criteria, particularly related to vitals, laboratory investigations, and also related to disease that you are reading on your pharmacotherapeutic subject. If you see another activity which we are doing in clinical research, that is ICF, informed consent form. In informed consent form, generally investigators investigators means doctors, they interact with patients. But before that, even research coordinator, he or she has to interact with the patient. And the interaction of patients, definitely you are doing on your hospital, because you are meeting with patients, you are taking their history, you are doing their counseling. Patient counseling is a very major part in after dispensing the medication, and the history also you are collecting. So definitely ICF or explaining to patients is very easy compared than other people. Okay, so you can do on more easy way. Patient interaction for follow-ups, yeah, definitely clinical research में क्या होता है, follow-ups में आप different 1 month के बाद 2 month के बाद आप follow-ups में बुलाते हो patients को. And the way you are communicating in hospital, definitely you will get also support in the research field, because there again the same thing you have to do. यहाँ भी आप patient से interact कर रहे हैं, वहाँ भी आपको interact करना है. Then laboratory investigation, you have excellent knowledge about you are getting excellent knowledge about the laboratory investigations on clinical pharmacy, because you are reading all the either biochemistry or pathology, all the laboratory investigations, everything is there in clinical pharmacy. So by that you will get support. Then documentation, definitely here in your clerkship and your internship, and even during the practical of pharmacotherapeutics, clinical pharmacy, आप जो documentation करते हैं, जितने भी vitals note करते हैं, जितने भी laboratory investigations note करते हैं, history collect करते हैं, वहाँ भी clinical research में भी आपको documentation करना है. और ये यहाँ पे जो आप documentation कर रहे हैं, you are getting that documentation is more easier than this जो आप यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं. So definitely there also you will get advantage. Practical issues, the practical issues अभी आप लोग जाते ही हैं हॉस्पिटल्स में, आपको पता है कि प्रैक्टिकल इश्यूज में क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं, पेशेंट कितने क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, बहुत सारे जनरल दूसरे क्वेश्चन डिजीज रिलेटेड भी पूछते हैं क्वेश्चंस. तो ये सब सेम इश्यूज आपको मिलते हैं क्लिनिकल रिसर्च फील्ड में. When you are interacting with patients, they will ask many questions, and the confidence which you are gaining here, that will support you there. So that is another plus point of Pharm.D students. Like already you know which kind of questions patients ask. So there you can deal on more easier way, and even the follow-up will be better, dropout ratio will be less. Then communication among patient, clinician, and the superiors or CRO or sponsors. You are already communicating patient, clinicians at hospital level, and you are already reporting to your teaching staffs. Okay, already you are communicating, you are having good relation with the nursing staff and all the paramedicals and medicals, everyone. So the same thing will be help you to do better in clinical research field. So that is the difference on other courses and in Pharm.D. So Pharm.D can get easily absorbed in the clinical research field, and definitely many companies now the Pharm.D is first priority for them. So that is why they are looking for the Pharm.D graduates. Next. Now the requirement, general requirement, which need to become the clinical research professional, the basic knowledge about the drug development process, clinical trial design and statistics, adverse events and toxicity, everything. You can see all the points. The regulatory and ethics committee, like good clinical practices and institutional ethical committee, pharmacokinetic and pharmacology, disease diagnosis and drugs, and technical skills, definitely information technology or computer skills. So these are the basic need of clinical to become clinical research professional. When other uh, you will when other courses enters in the other graduates enter in the clinical research field, they have to get trained for all these things and they take time like 6 months or 1 year. But when Pharm.Ds enter in this field, they have done already all the parts. They learned already. They learned that GCP, or they know about the institutional ethics committee. They know about the clinical trials. They know about the disease diagnosis and drugs, everything. Next. So here you can see the whatever I said in your previous slide. Here you can see that you are reading pharmacotherapeutics, you are reading pharmacology, you are reading clinical research subjects separately. You are reading biostatistics, you are reading pharmacoepidemiology, you are reading biopharmaceutics and pharmacokinetics, you are reading clinical pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, and clinical toxicology. So everything you cover. So you can already correlate the what clinical research, what requirements are there to become a clinical research professional, and what you are doing. The only lacking which we are having is proper uh, reading with having clear concept. For that, you have to be serious while reading the pharmacotherapeutics or reading any subjects. Because whenever we read these subjects, we think about our final exam or sessional exams. And we are always having कि कौन से टॉपिक से क्वेश्चन आएगा, हाँ ये टॉपिक से आता है, ये रीड करते हैं, हाँ इस टॉपिक से तो कभी क्वेश्चन नहीं आता है, ये छोड़ देते हैं. That is our mistake. And these mistakes make the difficulties in the next whatever career opportunities you get during the interview or during the conduct of that job. Okay. Next. So in clinical research career, if you see, there are so many different stakeholders, and that areas you will find where sponsor means that pharma sponsors, pharmaceutical companies. Okay, they have many vacancies, or they are also having clinical research department. So there we can get absorbed. Then CRO, this is contract research organization. Then SMO, site management organization. Then data management is separate area. If you see the upper right hand side, pharmacovigilance, that is also very big field in IQVIA and so many other companies who are having many vacancies in pharmacovigilance. Then hospital side, definitely in hospital, whenever we conduct the clinical trials, there also we can get career. Then BAV center, bioavailability, that phase one, which I said, in healthy volunteers. Okay, so like that setup. So BAV centers, there you can get good career, and definitely in CDSCO, Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, or we are also saying the DCGI, Drug Control General of India. So DCGI is the head of CDSCO. Okay, so there also you can get absorbed, because there are many vacancies where you will find they have mentioned they need the family graduates like that. I will show those pictures also. Okay, I have those notifications. Next. This already I explained this one. Next. Career in CRO, pharma, or biotech companies. So here you can see the different positions, okay, where you can get absorbed, like clinical trial assistant, CTA, clinical research associate, CRA, senior CRA. No promotion. These are the different positions where you can get absorbed and you can reach to the higher position. CTA, Clinical Research Associate, Senior CRA, Clinical Team Leader, Project Manager, Senior Project Manager, Manager Medical and Regulatory, Manager Safety and Patents, Manager Quality Assurance, Medical Director, Associate Director in Clinical. So like that, you can get promoted in this different level. So you can start with CTA or CRA. And similarly, these are, you will find the separate positions in phase one, phase one departments, phase two, phase three, phase four, in all the trials. Okay, even QA department is there, where we need to audit the documents for quality assurance. There also Pharm.D can easily absorb, and many Pharm.Ds are already working in this area. Next. So a few examples of sponsors and pharmaceutical companies like Johnson and Johnson, Sanofi, Aventis, Boehringer Ingelheim, Biocon, GlaxoSmithKline, Allergan, AstraZeneca. These are the sponsors who are having very nice clinical research department, and they always you will find vacancies in these pharma industries. Okay, so they have a very big department for clinical trials. Next. Contract research organization. Here I want to explain a little bit about the difference between contract research organization and sponsor. Okay, if sponsors are having their own manufacturing setup, own marketing setup, just an example of that, Sun Pharma, Johnson and Johnson, ये लोग खुद ही मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करते हैं, मार्केटिंग करते हैं, और साथ में इनका खुद का क्लिनिकल रिसर्च का डिपार्टमेंट है. Now the second is contract research organization. Contract research organizations are working only for conducting clinical trials. They are not manufacturer. They are not marketing people. They are having only and only work of clinical trials. Conduct of companies, they hire this contract research organization to conduct their clinical trials.
Hello, Ravi sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Right now you are audible, sir.
Sorry, actually due to internet issues, like it is getting disconnected.
Okay, sir.
Anyway, in contract research organization, like here you can see the like Vida CRO, Lambda CRO, Axis Clinicals. They all are having their offices at Ahmedabad, even Quintiles, even Clinigen. So these are few CROs. There are a number of CROs. I included only few, which are renowned one, but definitely if you search for job, you will get number of CROs. Okay, so and it is increasing day by day. Every year you will find many new CROs. So that is they are a good vacuum you can get to absorb in clinical research field. So I guess everyone came to know about the difference between sponsor site and contract research organization. Okay, sponsors are doing manufacturing, marketing as well. They have their own clinical research setup, and most of the sponsors are hiring contract research organization to conduct the clinical trials. Okay, next. Now, similarly, like a contract research organization, there is another stakeholder or player, you can say, that is site management organization. Okay, so in site management organization is also the similar act similarly similar like CRO, but CRO take whole project from the sponsor, but SMO takes the project for the hospital level. For example, in Ahmedabad, you have GMERS or a civil hospital. If some CRO or a sponsor wants to conduct the trial at civil hospital, so they can directly do with doctors, but for documentation and so many activities are there. So that is why these site management organizations, they take project from the CRO and sponsor for the hospitals. So SMOs are working at hospital level. So if you are joining a clinical research at hospital level, you can start with clinical research coordinator, or also known as synonym is study coordinator, or medical monitor, project manager, senior project manager, manager medical and regulatory. So like that, different positions you can acquire. Okay. So this is the now you can see there are three different stakeholder. One is sponsor, another CRO, contract research organization, and another is SMO. So for taking experience
Sir, I think your voice is not coming right now. Madhuri ma'am,
Yes, sir.
ma'am, voice is there?
next, please.
Yes, sir.
Next,
Right
please.
now,
So there are few examples of SMO India clinical research, GDD, SynCorp clinical research, Center India clinical research, Excel Life Science, Site Space, Alchemy clinical research. These are the few examples of site management organizations. But definitely, if you will search on the Google, you will get number of site management organizations. So easily you can find your job after completion or completion of your Pharm.D. You can start from SMO or CRO or whatever. Next. Yeah, similarly, even data management is also part of clinical research only. Okay. In clinical research, even pharmacovigilance and all the these areas are correlated with the clinical research only. So without clinical research, there is no need of data management, even no need of pharmacovigilance. So clinical research, these data management and pharmacovigilance and all that, whatever that research related activity you will find, all are related to clinical research only. So you can also find data management opportunity in CRO for data entry operator, data reviewer, data validation executive, database designer, QA executive, medical writer, data manager, head data management, QA manager, medical coding, and statistician. For statistics, you have to give few more exams after completion of your Pharm.D. So that is even that is highest paid position in clinical research. So even Pharm.D can go for that. Okay, so you need to prepare for that on separate, like few agencies are there. By that you can get trained on statistics and you can easily get absorbed in the clinical research field in statistics area. Yeah, next. Definitely, apart from all these things like data management or clinical research or pharmacovigilance. Another part, the area where now people are more focused, that is entrepreneurship or startups. Okay, so by gaining your experience and in the field of clinical research, you can also start your own small business, or you can have your own startups like next, like CRO, contract research organization, or SMO, or statistics work, or data management works. There are a number of different reached to more than lakh, I guess. Okay, next. So the key cities in India for clinical research, definitely clinical research. If you want to join in clinical research, the key cities are here. You can see Delhi, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. So, and even Pune. Okay. So even Vadodara also has a few good contract research organization. So these are the key cities where you have to move uh, to become a clinical research professional. But definitely in hospital level, if you want to join, anywhere you can join, because nowadays most of the hospitals are involved on the clinical trials. And you can see day by day clinical trials जो increase होते जा रहे हैं इंडिया में, इससे almost every city is good hospitals जितने भी हैं हर city में, वो सभी clinical research में involve हो रहे हैं. So in a hospital level you can start from anywhere, but if you want to join a sponsor side or CRO side, you have to move these key cities. But nowadays due to COVID-19, definitely अभी work from home का जो ट्रेंड स्टार्ट हुआ है, you can once you will have enough experience, you can take work from home from any company. Okay. Next. Okay, these are the some important website. As I said, you have read you are reading many subjects like pharmacotherapeutics, clinical research, everything, but then also you must have some specific knowledge about the clinical research. For that, you can go through these websites. Okay, you can get trained for GCP through NIH. Okay, clinical research training, and you can get information about the ongoing studies from the CTRI, Clinical Trial Registry of India. You can update yourself, like COVID-19 trials are going on. So from CTRI, if you will search, you will get all the information about the current ongoing trials. Then CDSC or DCGI, yeah, definitely. Whoever hospital wants to conduct the clinical trial, they must have the institutional ethics committee. So from DCGI, you can get about information about the institutional ethics committee, as well the ट्रायल से जो डीसीजीआई पास करता है उनका एक सेक मीटिंग का एक कॉलम होता है, एसईसी सेक मीटिंग. Okay, so SEC meeting, if you will read, you will come to know about the pharma companies who are applying for the clinical trials and for which molecules, क्योंकि वहाँ पे सब कुछ लिखा रहता है. तो आप SEC meeting से भी आपको आइडिया मिलेगा कि कौन कौन से रिसर्च होते रहते हैं. Definitely you will benefited by updating yourself, because whenever you join or you stand anywhere, okay, you can say all the information in front of your like whoever, like colleagues, your classmates. So you must be updated. Okay, FDA website, definitely FDA contains the all new approved drugs, and there information. So by that you can get updated, and which will also help you to prove yourself in the clinical research field. Next. These are some advertisement like whatever clinical research, but here you can see some general news which came in the different websites. One Pharma.D is there. If you know, like you can read the pharma related news on the Pharma.D. तो Pharma.D related भी उसमें news होते हैं, pharma industry related news भी होते हैं. तो ये उसका एक news था. Pharma.D started in India not to produce graduates for foreign countries like US or UK. So most of the time we think that Pharma.D करेंगे और फिर US चले जाएंगे, Canada चले जाएंगे. Anyway, you can try for that. You can go for those countries, but it doesn't mean that कि Pharma.Ds हैं तो अभी सिर्फ foreign ही जाना है. Okay, our services can be utilized in India also, and the news in this COVID-19, which I heard that in Andhra and in Karnataka, many Pharma.D graduates handled COVID centers also. They are doing very excellent on this pandemic, and even yesterday only I heard about a few people from Gujarat also. A few of the Pharma.D students, they handled one charitable hospital also. It is really great. So you can see everywhere now in Andhra, Karnataka, in Gujarat. Similarly, in other places also, after a few years, you will find Pharma.D's activities. Okay, next. These are few advertisement which I found in internet, like require associate director in clinical scientific at Novartis. Here you can see they are asking for Pharma.D is also mentioned there in minimum requirement. Okay, next. Recruitment for M-Pharm and Pharma.D, 3 positions in CDSCO. Okay, you can see there are government jobs also. Next. This was another one fellowship was started by TMC, and they asked that was related to oncotherapeutics, 1 year TMC fellowship, and the scholarship was around 55,000. And here you can see they are asking for qualification of MD pharmacology or Pharma.D, okay, from a recognized university. So you can see even Tata Memorial Center, they do not have any pharmacy college or anything, but then also they know about Pharma.D. Like we can do excellent in oncotherapeutics also. Okay, next. So here definitely even I feel, and even most of the Pharma.Ds who are in good position, they think that Pharma.D started in India not to produce graduates for foreign countries. So we should do our activities here only in India. So anyway, we will try. Even my many friends, they went to abroad. Many are there in UAE and other Middle East countries, and even in Western countries. So they are also guiding us how to improve our students on more better way. So by that, even definitely I want that those students who are here, please you can think about the clinical research field, and you can do more better work in this field. Next. Yeah, so whatever I am saying about this clinical research and that other thing, so these are my own startups. Okay, so in 2015 I and a few of my friends, we started a site management organization by the name of KV Clinical Research, and after that in 2018 we started contract research organization to NCR Therapeutic. So you can search in Google, you will get the website also. And recently in 2021, we started our pathology laboratory. This will be going to be Chan pathology laboratory. Okay, so and recently we started in Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and a few more centers which are going to start in Guwahati, Kolkata, in eastern region mainly. So like this, even you can get, you can take the experience in the field of wherever, okay? But and you can start your own startups also. Okay, next. These are the reference from where I prepared these slides. Okay, thank you everyone. I wanted to show a few more videos, but it is not possible. Definitely next time, whenever we'll have talk, I'll show different videos, so by that you can get motivated. And I want that our students and our colleagues in Pharm.D do more better in India in the field of clinical research or in hospital level to become a clinical pharmacist. To you can play a good role in that area also. So thank you very much. Thanks everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Vikas Chandrakar, sir. Now we being the question answering session. So first question is, there is any difference between Pharm.D and M.Pharm in pharmacy practice?
Yeah, definitely there is difference when you think about the teaching, definitely Pharmacy Council of India, they consider both on same level only, either doctor of pharmacy or M.Pharm pharmacy practice. But whenever you reach on the practical field, like in clinical research or in pharmacovigilance, wherever, there you will find a big difference in both. Not only the prefix of doctor, even the clerkship hours and internship and the interaction with patients, interaction with medical and paramedical this staff, that is giving a different kind of experience to Pharm.Ds compared than M.Pharm pharmacy practice. So even M.Pharm pharmacy practice started in India in the year 1995 from JSS. Even that time, PCI wanted to start Pharm.D, not M.Pharm pharmacy practice. But due to a few difficulties, first they started M.Pharm in pharmacy practice, and after that, in 2008, they got success to start to Pharm.D, and after that, they started Pharm.D.
Thank you so
Definitely,
much.
when you are trying for abroad, then Pharm.Ds are getting more advantages also. So difference is there.
Thank you so much, sir. Next question, is there any scope of Pharm.D in India?
Definitely, whatever I explained, that is about India only, because already I explained all the position, everything, and even you can see, that most of the MNCs, multinational companies, they have shifted their head office to India. Okay, so that is another plus point, and I can see many students because I'm getting many calls from different family colleges also. So what uh, recent from last 1 week, I can say more than 10 students called me and they said about their job in pharmacovigilance and clinical research, and they got work from home only in southern part, and even in northern, from Dehradun, few colleges are there. They are always in touch with me. So definitely there is scope and it is increasing. So definitely day by day you will find the more hike in the vacancies also. Another question I can see, can sir please elaborate difference of CRO and SMO? Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Contract research organization means that you are taking full project from protocol preparation to end means to have the statistics and to prepare the CSR, complete report, study report. Okay. So here you have to prepare protocol in CRO. You have to prepare protocol. You have to get passed from the regulatory body, for example, USFDA or DCGI, whatever. From there, you are conducting trials at hospital level. Either they can conduct directly, and most of the time they select the SMO, Site Management Organization. From there, they collect the data. After collecting the data, they compile it. They prepare the complete study report, and after that again they submit to regulatory body. Okay, and from there they get passed, and after that pharma company can market their drug. SMO, Site Management Organization, is working in only hospital level. Yeah, means they are facilitating clinical research, facilitating clinical research at only hospital level. So they are getting all the documents from CRO or sponsor, and they conduct the trial with the help of clinician, and they do proper documentation, and they provide to CRO and sponsor. So SMO is only playing at hospital level, but CRO is playing from sponsor to complete data and regulatory level. Then another question I can see, minimum financial requirement for becoming entrepreneur in field of clinical research. The minimum financial requirement, it depends like how you start, either CRO or SMO, because definitely the mainly these fields need some experienced person, and definitely your office should be there, like your these laptop, internet, and these plays a major role. But experience is very essential part of this. If you are not experienced, then it will be really very difficult to become entrepreneur in the field of clinical research. So first gain the experience, and after start your things. But yeah, definitely believe like in even if you need more finance, then also you will get the investors. Okay, so if you are experienced enough, you will get investors also. Then another question I can see, which designation of CR is more ethical in WHO? It is actually not clear. Pandya Khushi. This question is actually not clear. So if you can write on more better way, then I can answer.
Next question, sir. Why can't Pharm.D graduates do surgery?
Actually, why you cannot do surgery? Definitely, you are not handling the patients in surgery related things. Even definitely, you are going to in ortho department. Even you can go to surgery department. But our more focus is medicine related. Okay, and even I do not prefer to go for surgery, because if you do not have proper training for surgery, how you can conduct those activities. Okay, and there is no need of surgery also, because medicine itself is having too much of activities for Pharm.Ds. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Next question. If we want
to do MD after Pharm.D from other countries, see, even for this we searched a lot. So I can feel that whatever you are asking, okay, because even when we were completing our Pharm.D, we were also searching how to do MD after Pharm.D. So definitely a few of the countries, like in US, every
technical issue.
You are not audible, sir. You can keep your video off.
Hello. Sir?
So sorry. So definitely, it was even we were thinking about this. But if you reach US, definitely you will not want to become to do the MD, because Pharm.D is having more opportunities there. What are the opportunities? Another question is what are opportunities other than jobs in this field, like startups, etc. What are opportunities other than jobs? See, I said you can take you have to do job first, actually. uh, whatever startups you want. Yeah, definitely. If you have any unique ideas or unique things, so definitely you can have directly startups. But if you want to have startups in the same field like clinical research or pharmacovigilance, you must take the experience. Another question is, could you explain pharmacovigilance role? Yeah, definitely. In pharmacovigilance, if you know about pharmacovigilance, then you would have heard about the safety officer, drug safety officers. Okay. See, in pharmacovigilance also, there are two parts, one in industry and another in government funded, PVPI, Pharmacovigilance Program of India, which is WHO funded. Okay. So in both area, in WHO funded the PVPI program, they have many centers. Okay. Uh, so there you can get absorbed, or you can get also a job in CDSCO, or else now the main body for pharmacovigilance PVPI is IPC. Okay, Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission. Okay, so that is the main center. Even you can get a job there also. So the main role, if you see, the main role of any pharmacovigilance professional is processing the adverse drug reaction. Okay, so whatever adverse drug reaction, you have to process for their verification and their coding and their documentation, and they are processing to the sponsor or else Uppsala Monitoring Center. In India, first we send to IPC Ghaziabad or CDSCO, you can say. From there also the data go forwarded to the Uppsala Monitoring Center only. And when we are sending to sponsor, they have complete record and they are also sending to Uppsala Monitoring Center. So in pharmacovigilance, we generally process the adverse drug reaction, and there are many different departments. A few of the students, they are working on pharmacovigilance and they are doing excellent. Another question is, can we consider Pharm.D equivalent to MD in medicine? No, definitely no. Okay, because MD, they are doing on a specific area like MD, you can see MD pharmacology, MD general medicine, MD dermatology, MD pediatric. Okay, the disadvantage of Pharm.D is we do not have any super specialization as such. Okay, so that is our disadvantage. That is why we cannot get more knowledge about specific departments. Okay, then
Thank you so
so
much.
this answer is no only. Another question, what was your experience when you came out as Pharm.D graduates? What challenges did you face? So yeah, definitely we faced many issues, and not only I and my many of the friends. You will not believe, like I approached around directly 250 plus industry and other companies, and if you see the applications, I know around more than 2000 application, I applied for jobs, okay. But I got success in academics. But anyway, now whatever I start up and other thing I have, those whatever we did or I did due to that only. Another question, sir, what are qualification for pharmacovigilance and what is salary scale for it? See, pharmacovigilance now MNCs, if you see, salary is around minimum 25,000 they are giving on starting, and every year you will get 10 to 15% hike minimum, and even every 2 years some other skills also you will, means you can get good salary on that field also. Okay, and it definitely whenever you change the job, uh, you will get more hike, like 30% hike minimum other company will give you. So it doesn't mean that once you join and every month you change the job. Okay, if you join in somewhere in pharmacovigilance, you must be there for at least 2 years. So you will come to know about all the things. You will get good experience, and after that you can change. So every year also you can change the job. Okay, you will get good hike. Can we open clinic after Pharm.D? See, for this I can't comment, but yeah, but we should not. You can start pharma clinic, like counseling and other part will be there. Proper drug information will be there. DIC like, but for treatment I can't comment. But yeah, definitely. Many B Pharma friends, they are also having their own clinic. So it doesn't mean that we should start, but definitely many people are doing. We know that knowledge is super most thing, but what can one expect as freshers? This can you, Madhuri madam, can you
Yes, sir.
say about this? What
We know that knowledge is supermost thing, but what can one expect as fresher?
so whether this person wants to know about his freshers expectation or some other pharma,
Fresh,
yeah,
fresher
pardon,
expectation.
fresher expectation.
Yeah.
See, whatever, if you want to join any industry, you can join. Definitely, you can get experience there, and you can start from pharmacovigilance, clinical research, whatever. Yeah, you can expect job, and definitely you will get. Okay.
Next question. How to raise
How to
awareness?
raise awareness about Pharm.D to public so that they stop asking. So see, it will take time. Actually, they do not know D pharma also. What is D pharma? So how they will know about the D pharma, M pharma, or Pharm.D? Okay. So the difference we know, like one is 2 year course and another is a 6 year course. Okay, but definitely, yeah. See, no need to have separate awareness program for the this for public. If you start a proper patient counseling and proper drug information and proper uh, data collection, their history collection from the patients, automatically they will come to know about the family, because whatever you practically you will do at the hospital level, automatically everyone know about it. So the only thing is everything will be depend upon you. What you will do, what you are doing at hospital level, or what you are going to do at a hospital level. So that will definitely change the people view about the Pharm.D. Earning expectation, yeah, definitely you can expect earning. Like as I said, pharmacovigilance. And another point which I want to mention here, see, we should not think about, always think about the money. Like how much we will get. That is the first step where we are lacking, because we are thinking we have read, we have done our 6-year course. If someone will offer us 15,000, 20,000, so we should not join that. So it should not be like that. You have to start from somewhere. Even though you are getting less salary, first you have to think about experience. If you will take experience, within 6 months you can get absorbed on any other company or MNCs. Okay, and we should see most of the companies. If you see like whatever I said, no, Johnson and Johnson, AstraZeneca, Boehringer, they will not take any fresher person. Okay, they always choose the experienced one. So first you have to start in the field of clinical research or pharmacovigilance or clinical pharmacist, whatever. Once you will get experience, automatically other company will absorb you, or else that company itself will give you the opportunity, or they will hike your salary. But the first thing is that to prove yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for clarifying the doubts and answering all that. Then I would like to, without further delay, I hand over the mic Dr. Ankit B. Chaudhary, sir, PG Director and Professor of Quality Assurance in SIPS, for say some words for today's webinar.
So,
good evening, sir.
Yes. Good evening to all. It was very nice session. So I really thankful to Dr. Vikas Chandrakar sir for accepting our short-term invitation and presented his talk on opportunities of Pharm.D student in clinical research. So he very nicely narrated about clinical research, then opportunities in clinical research for Pharm.D students, and he very well given all the answers of the students. So I really feel proud to have you with us as a resource person. So I really thankful to you all. So thank you very much. I also thankful to all the candidates, all the participants, those who join from all over the India. So thank you for present in our webinar. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Vikas sir.
Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to thank you all the panelists and attendees in SIPS and other colleges like A1 College, Indubhai Patel College, SLBEA College, Karnataka, Arvindo College of Institute of Pharmacy, Indore, Anand College of Pharmacy, and SGRR University of Dehradun. Thank you so much to all attendees. Thank you, sir. Now, sir, hello. Hello, Ravi, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Then now leave the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Vikas.
Okay, thank you. I'm leaving.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.